Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me, Parth, and if you've been paying attention to the news in the technology world for the past couple of weeks or months, I'm pretty sure you would have heard about this brand known as LeTV or LeEco. I did, and in fact I've been using their flagship for the past couple of weeks now, and literally the only question that I get in my head is, how is this thing so cheap? Because it surely doesn't look like one. Yeah, let me explain it to you. So talking about the brand LeEco, they entered the Indian market with these two devices, the La Max, which is like a really big and extremely powerful smartphone with all the very high-end specifications, but I'm not too sure which consumer base is the company actually targeting with that kind of device, because it's just too big. But then they also brought the 1S, which is something that I consider their true flagship, because it is without any doubt the most important device for the company, at least here in India. So it's got all those high-end specifications as well. It's got an octa-core processor, it's got 3 GB of RAM, 3000 milliamperes of battery, 13 and 8 megapixel cameras respectively. It's got a 5.5 inch of beautiful 1080p display, and then it's got USB Type-C port at the bottom. It's just feature packed. But how can I miss that design? This is without any hesitation the best designed smartphone in this price range, and it is even better than a lot of smartphones that cost like more than twice as this does. It's got that fully metallic build with those chamfered edges that go all over the device, which are really shiny and glossy and really make the phone a lot more beautiful, and then that mirrored fingerprint sensor at the back, which also works really well. So all in all, a really beautiful and highly powerful device for the price. But again, how are we getting all of this for such a cheap price? Okay, let's go with the traditionals today, and let's take a look at the general product category, which follows the global obvious business rule. So there's the cost price, and then there's the selling price. The cost price mainly consists of these three main aspects: the manufacturing cost, the BOM, which is like the bill of the materials, the cost that actually goes into physically making a product, and then there's some R&D, research and development, and then of course some marketing and advertising. And then there's the selling price, which of course covers all of this making cost, and then some margin for the profit, obviously. I mean, this is how everything works, right? Let's take a look at LeEco's marketing strategy for basically everywhere they are doing business right now. So they've got the cost price, which is basically the same. Of course, they will have different values, but basically the three main aspects: the BOM, R&D, and then quite a lot of marketing and advertising, because they do advertise a lot. But then there is the selling price, and just take a look at this. So yeah, forget about making profits. They are not even covering the making cost. The price at which they sell the product is actually lower than the cost at which it is made by the manufacturer. So you might be wondering, why is it so, and how they're actually doing business in such a condition? The company actually says that they don't really appreciate the concept of highly expensive smartphones. They consider that arrogant, and then they want to have phones that are affordable and offer great value. I mean, that's clearly what's happening here. But then the actual question was, how are they actually making up that leftover cost, and then of course some profit? So if you have one of the smartphones, you would have noticed a bunch of their own inbuilt apps that you cannot delete or uninstall anyhow. That is how they're actually making money. So basically the price that you pay for their products, that is actually a subsidized price. Also, they have some really successful business models in China that is like a major source of revenue for them. And then this strategy, although it involves a high risk, but it's clearly working. I mean, they were valued at about $10 billion in 2014, and now they have a market cap of over $12 billion. So they are definitely making profit. And at the end of the day, I don't really have any problems with that. This is not a rant video that I'm making. I'm not exposing anything. I have just given my voice to these facts. The bottom line is that it's really beneficial for us as consumers. I mean, to be able to get such a good smartphone at this price it's a total no-brainer. Although this does not mean that these devices are perfect. I mean, there's no such thing called as perfect smartphone. They do have some flaws. Like if you look at the bottom of the device, you'll find two grills. Actually, the left one is just a microphone, the right one is the speaker, and it's not that great. Also, I wish that the front glass of the phone was a little less glossy because it's like really slippery, and also slightly curved to the edges so that they could have been little less sharper than they are right now. So there you have it. That's been it. This is the video that I was working on for the past couple of weeks. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I was able to bring about a spike in your knowledge, and if I was, make sure to share this video and feel free to embed as well. Feel free to rate this video, feel free to stick around the channel, and I'll catch you really soon.